Hello, my name is Livy and you are joining me for a 30-minute Vinyasa practice. So we aren't taking today's flow super fast, however we've got some fun transitions and some different variations for each postures depending on the level of challenge that you would like today. So let's get started. We are going to start in a child's pose at the back of our mats, keeping toes together, knees wide. And then reach the fingertips forward, cupcaking the hands. Try to melt the chest down. Relax the sit bones back to heels. And we'll just start to deepen our breath straight away. So as you breathe in, let the belly expand. And as you breathe out, let it contract. And maybe start to engage with your Ujjayi breath. So breathing through the nose as you constrict the throat, making an ocean or hissing sound. And then from here, walk your hands to the left, stretching through the right side body. And then to the right, stretching through the left side body. And coming back through center, walking the hands in, finding a cross-leg position. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold onto the fingertips. Relax the head down. On your next inhale, coming back up to a seat, switch the feet over. So you've got the other leg crossed in front. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold onto the fingertips again, relaxing head and neck. And then walking back in, sitting on the heels, so we're now kneeling. Interlace the fingers behind, really lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe see if you can rest the knuckles on the mat behind you. Really push the chest forwards. Either keep the chin down or you can release the head back. Try to release any tension in the face. Breathing through the nose. One more breath in. And exhale, fall down onto the forehead. Let gravity take the arms down. And on your next breath in, coming up to a kneeling position, step the right foot forward, sink into the hips, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, take a fold, half split. Just moving at your own pace. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble. At your own pace with the breath. For another 3, 2, and 1. Extend the front leg, stack shoulders over hips. We're going to see if we can balance on the left shin. So just hovering that right foot off the ground. One more inhale. And exhale, taking that shin back again. Take a seat. Switch the pinky fingers over so the other one's on top. Lifting the chest, resting the hands behind you on the mat. Option to release the head back. Keep breathing through the nose. One more inhale. And exhale, fold forwards onto the forehead. Let gravity take the arms down. And on your next breath in, coming back up, lunge your left foot forward, sink into the hips, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, take a fold, half split. Just moving with your breath. For another 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, stack shoulders over hips. We're going to balance on our right shin this time. Really engage that left quad. Find this side a little harder. One more breath in. And exhale, take it behind again. Release onto the hands, tabletop. We'll get the wrists warm, circling shoulders over the wrists. Change directions each round. And then point your fingers to the edges of the mat, rock side to side. And then flip your palms up to the face, fingers pointing to knees, rocking back and forth. We'll place the hands back down again, tuck the toes, shift the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Just find any movement you like here whilst warming up. Maybe pedaling the feet, maybe taking a few nods with the head, relaxing head and neck. We'll add in some spinal waves from here. So on your next inhalation, roll forwards into up dog. Keep the pelvis hovering. Exhale back into down dog. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. One more. Inhale, rolling forwards. And exhale, shift back. From down dog, find plank position, shoulders over wrists, elbows draw in as you lower chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more breath in here. And exhale, look to your hands. Inhale, make your way there. Take a halfway lift, step back. Exhale, dangling fold. Hold onto your elbows. Take a little sway from side to side. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Fully relax the head and neck. One more breath in. And exhale, release the hands. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg sweeps high, 3-leg dog. Step it to the outside of your hands, high lizard lunge. Option to lift up onto the knuckles to help reach the chest forwards. You can either stay or for a half bind, wrap the left arm around the back. For a full bind, right shoulder on the inside of the knee. Hand sweeps underneath the hamstring, fingers interlace near your right hip. Try to keep that back heel lifted here. One more breath in. And exhale, release the hands. Sweep the right leg back up again, 3-leg dog. From here, bend into the knee, open up through the hip. Look under that right armpit. Really stacking the right top on the left, hips open. You can either stay or keep stepping the right foot over top onto the toes. Wild thing. Try to keep the left leg straight. Right arm circling overhead. Squeezing glutes. One more inhale. And exhale, right foot takes a big step to the top of the mat. Windmill the right hand back to your hamstring. Left arm lifts overhead. Exalted warrior. Now try to keep the back leg straight, lifting the kneecap. Really lift the chest up. One more inhale. And exhale, extend the legs. Ground the back heel. Open the arms out wide. Preparing for our Trikonasana. Lift the kneecaps. Hinge forwards, tip down to meet shin, ankle or your mat. So lengthen through the arms and legs as much as you can, reaching the head forwards whilst looking up to the fingertips. Find your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, pull up from the left hand, hands to heart center, side lunge to the back, flex the right foot, Or Skandasana, fully sinking sit bone to heel, lifting the chest. Drift your gaze towards the right big toe as our point of focus or concentration. One more breath in. And exhale, keep turning around to the back. Right hand plants on the inside of the foot. Left arm lifts, easy twist. Keeping both arms long, back leg engaged. One more inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot, drop the right knee, shift the hips back into a half split. You can either stay here or find your full splits or Hanumanasana. Doesn't matter if we need a little bend in the left knee. Try to keep the left foot flexed. Relax the head fully. One more inhale. And exhale, lunging forwards onto your left foot. Reach for block or mat with left hand. Right arm and leg lift into a half moon. Try to stack right hip on top of the left. Really reaching through the arms and legs. Lifting from the crown of the head. Ears away from the shoulders. One more breath in. And exhale, circle your right fingertips down, squaring off the hips. Place your right knee to the outside of your left foot and take a seat. We're then going to twist around to the left side. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist. Relax the shoulders. One more inhale. And exhale, release your twist. Swing the left leg all the way behind into a pigeon pose. You can either stay here on the fingertips or fold forwards onto the forearms. One more inhale. And exhale, lift back onto the hands. Tuck your left toes under and lift the back leg. Shoot the right foot through to the left side. Left arm lifts, fall in triangle. You can either stay or if you want to add a bit of heat, floating the right foot off the ground. Keep pushing the mat away with that right hand. One more inhale. And exhale, swing that right shin down into a modified side plank. Lift up from your left fingertips. Side bend over the left leg to the front. So we've got the right arm reaching overhead. One more breath in. And exhale, left toes point forward. Slide that foot towards you. Forearm to thigh. Swing the right toes back, tucking them under. And then fully plant the foot down. So you've got left heel in center line with right arch of the foot. Circling that right arm ahead, ribs open to ceiling for our side angle. You can either stay or place your left hand down to the mat on the outside of the foot. Add a little bit of extra pressure into the outside of the right foot. Strong in both legs. One more inhale. And exhale, two options here. Either catch that left knee with right hand, pulling it up to the sky, or catch the outside of your left foot, extending the leg out in front, maybe even pulling it overhead. Embracing the shakes here. One more inhale. And exhale, release back to plank. Either flow through your vinyasa or step straight back into down dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. Option to stay or find a child's pose. Now coming back into your down dog if you haven't already. Left leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Step it to the outside of your hands into a high lizard lunge, keeping the back knee lifted. So we can either stay here, maybe lifting onto the knuckles, or for your half bind, right arm around the back. For full bind, left hand swoops under the hamstring, fingers interlace near your hip. One more breath in. And exhale, release the hands. We'll sweep the left leg high, 3-leg dog. Bend into the knee, open up through the hips. So stacking left hip on top of right, looking underneath the armpit. Hips nice and open. So we can stay here, or keep stepping the left foot over the top, planting toes down. Left arm circles overhead, wild thing. Squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips high. Try to release any tension in the face. One more inhale. And exhale, left foot takes a big step to the top of your mat. Keep pulling back from the left hand. It meets your hamstring. Right arm lifts overhead, exalted warrior. Try to keep that back leg active, lifting the kneecap. Lifting the chest up to the sky. Find your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, extend both legs, ground your back heel. Open the arms out wide, preparing for Trikonasana. Lifting the kneecaps, hinge forwards, tip down to meet shin, ankle or mat. Right arm lift. So keep arms and legs as long as you can. Lengthen through the spine as much as you can. Really squeeze the legs here. Utilize your ujjayi breath when the heat starts to build. One more inhale. And exhale, lift up from the fingertips, hands to heart center. Side lunge to the back of your mat, so bending into right knee. We either stay, keeping left foot flexed, or fully sink into Skandasana. So drishti, your gaze is towards that left big toe. Really try to pull the shoulders back and down, lift from the crown of the head. One more inhale. And exhale, keep pivoting to the back. Left hand plants, lift your back heel. Right arm lifts, easy twist. So keeping the back leg active, lifting the kneecap. Really reach through both arms, pushing the mat away. Ears away from the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot, drop the back knee, shift the hips back into a half split. You can always take a little bend in your right knee, try to keep the foot flexed. Option to find your full Hanumanasana or splits here as well. Just finding a place where you can really sit with the discomfort and steady your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, lunging forwards onto that right foot. Right hand plants to block on mat. Left arm and leg lift into our half moon. Really try to open up through the hips. Stacking left hip on top of right. Lengthening the limbs, the spine as much as you can. Use that right big toe for stability. Fix your gaze on a single point. From there, come back to your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, left hand down, square off the hips. Start to bend into the knees, placing left knee to outside of right foot. And then take a seat. We're twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Relax your shoulders down. Looking over the right shoulder. One more breath in. And exhale, release your twist. Swing that right leg all the way behind into our pigeon pose. So take the same variation as you did on the other side, either staying on the hands or folding down onto the forearms. So again, finding that balance of relaxation and discomfort. You're finding a place where you can steady the breath and find some stillness in the posture. One more breath in here. And exhale, lift onto the hands, tuck the right toes, lifting the back knee. Shoot left foot through, right arm lifts, ball and triangle. Either staying or floating that left foot off of the ground. Really push the floor away with the left hand, ear away from the shoulder. Reaching through right fingertips. One more inhale. And exhale, swing the left shin down. Lift up from the right hand side, bending to the front, left arm overhead. Ribs open to the sky. One more breath in. And exhale, slide your right heel in towards you, toes pointing forwards, forearm to thigh. Left toe swing back, and then plant the foot down fully. So you've got right heel in center line with left arch. Left arm reaches ahead as an extension of that left leg and the body. We can either stay or place right hand to the outside of our foot, still keeping ribs open. And pushing that knee in towards the armpit. One more inhale. And exhale, we'll all meet with our right hand planted, catching either the right knee with your left hand, pulling it a little higher, or reaching for the outside of the foot, extending the leg out, maybe overhead. A little harder for me on this side. One more breath in. And exhale, release back to a plank. Either flow through your vinyasa or head straight back into down dog. That's where we'll meet. Take 5 more breaths here in your down dog. We'll take 1 more breath in. And exhale, releasing down onto your knees. Take your legs out in front. Separate the feet so they're hip width apart. Got a little space between the legs. Feet are nice and flexed. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hinge forwards from the hips. So work on pressing belly to thighs. Reach the chest as far forwards as you can, looking ahead. Once you're at that point, then release down to the fold. The legs don't have to be fully straight. You can keep a bend in the knees. Again, finding that place where you can breathe through the discomfort. Keeping shoulders away from ears. One more inhale here. And exhale, releasing back up. Slide the feet in towards each other, butterfly legs. Peel them open like a book using the thumbs. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, pull on the feet, chest forwards, and then down to fold. Shoulders away from ears. If you want to go deeper, hands under ankles, holding onto tops of the feet, just guiding the head a little bit further down. One more breath in here. And exhale, releasing back up. We're going to have a little bit of headstand practice now. So, sitting on our heels, taking the forearms out in front of us. So, you're touching opposite elbows. Take the hands out in front, interlacing fingers. So that's the correct distance from our arms. Try not to move them from there. We pop the crown of the head down so that the palms are supporting the back of our head. You should feel the hands really supporting the head here. Maybe take a little rock just to test. Really push into your elbows, so take shoulders away from ears. Nice strong upper body. Tuck your toes under, hips high. From here, walk the feet in close so your hips are over your shoulders. This might be as far as you go today. That's absolutely fine. If you want to take it a step further, extend one leg up and take little hops off of that bottom foot. You might feel yourself floating just for a second. Maybe you go all the way up and that left foot starts to float up with the right leg. Take it nice and slow. Really squeeze the glutes, belly into spine. One more breath in. And exhale, taking one foot down, followed by the other. Release into a child's pose. Not the forearms down, relaxing head to mat. And just slow your breath down again. On your next inhale, roll up to a seat. Make your way onto your back. We'll find some twists from here. So lengthen your left leg out long. Hug right knee into chest. Tight squeeze to breathe in. Exhale, twist it across the body, opening out your right arm, looking over that shoulder. Try to keep the shoulder blade down towards the mat. One more breath in. And exhale, release. Onto the other side. Left knee into chest, tight squeeze, breathe in. Exhale, twist it across the body, opening out your left arm, looking over that shoulder. Again, try to keep the left shoulder blade down towards the mat. One more breath in. And exhale, release into Shavasana, final resting pose. You may want to take a moment for a happy baby, or maybe just curling into a ball. Just getting any last little wiggles or fidgets out of the body. Take up lots of space. Fully relax the feet out to the side. And just notice all the sensations in the body. Taking a scan from head to toe. Notice the weight of the body on the ground, the contact points with the body on the ground. And try to remain in this state of full body awareness for the rest of the practice. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath, noticing the rise and fall of the belly. And then deepening that breath, fully filling up the lungs, up into the collarbones. Bringing some small movements back, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling ankles and wrists. Taking the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then rolling onto your right side, keeping your eyes closed to make your way up to a seat. So resting the hands in the lap or open on the knees. Sit nice and tall, lengthen from the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders, release the lower belly, soften the jaw. We'll take hands to heart center. Grab the palms together, creating some heat. Press them over the eyes and forehead. And with no rush, washing over the head, shoulders, body, back and legs. And then opening the hands like a book, looking into the palms with a smile. Thank you for practicing with me today, everyone. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.